just the beginning. That was the message. Polly called me on the phone and said, Gina, honey, she said, I don't know if you knew it, but Dr. Greer has been talking about the drones, and there's something going on. And I think there truly is something going on. I remember President Trump said, you will know about the drones on the 21st. President Trump gets sworn in. He said, give me a day to get through the inauguration, and he's going to talk about those drones. Look at this. It's unacknowledged. The unacknowledged. If we got the drones coming on, what have you all heard? GR Clove, Frank Honey, hello. There's a hello. We got a hello going on. This one don't ring as well as my other bell, but we can ring that bell regardless. So, have you heard about it? The drones are just the beginning. You know what's really interesting? I saw this thing right here, and this looks like the one of the orbs I have on my mouse pads that I created a long time ago. It was a rainbow colored orb being like that. We got it. Good afternoon. We got it going on. Suspicious Skies and Darla and Tammy, Abe and Gary, Nicole, Darla. See, now we got it going on. Dr. Stephen Greer. I don't know what they're going to be talking about. Let me look at this right here. I want to see. The battle for disclosure. Come on, Dr. Greer. Did you know that our owl honey has talked to Dr. Greer? At least that's what our owl honey has said. He's talked to him before. Yeah, which is very, very interesting. Let me see this, you all. Hold on. We got it going on. I'm trying to see what is, if this got music.
I think the general public is going to see through it. A little knowledge is a very dangerous thing.
Okay, a knowledge. I'm gonna turn it up. This is something on the TikTok. They said the TikTok's gonna go bye-bye. Bonjour. Reminds me of Beauty and the Beast. Bonjour. 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 Da 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 dun 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 dun. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's see what's happening. This is really cool. And I believe Dr. Stephen Greer is about the age of President Trump.
Well, a little knowledge is a very dangerous thing. And they're going to continue to do it until somebody stops them.
I know for a fact, you can look in their eyes and tell when somebody wants to kill you that they have that face, that stone cold face, that appearance.
I could feel the vibrations coming off of it, but there was no sound.
They're going to keep playing that hand, and I think the general public is going to see through it.
Everything's active, unbeknownst to most of the people on this planet.
They need to hand over the reins because it's not theirs. It's the property of the United States military and people.
Give us what you got. Give us this information. Let us make our own decision.
That's pretty cool. Disclosures now. Do you think we're going to hear something about this? Yes. Hello. What have you all heard? Some people say that when this stuff starts coming in the sky, they're going to immediately say it's Project Bluebeam, but you can't truly dismiss everything as Project Bluebeam. And the reason you can't, because the UFOs are real. There are other life forms. People have gotten abducted before for years and years and years. There's been cases of abductions, and you may be watching this video and you may have been abducted. You may have been used as a breeder. You may have had something, woke up with marks on your body or something like that. So to totally dismiss, if they come out and say these drones are not of this world, which they're not really sure what they're happening with them. If they're not of this world, and Dr. Stephen Greer say it's only the beginning of what we're going to see, you can rest assured it's not Project Bluebeam. Then you say, well, no, it's our military craft. We did the UFOs. Well, where did they get the knowledge? Where did they get the scientific knowledge to back engineer unless these right here actually exist and they're here? They're not only here on the earth, they're under the earth, they're in other places in, I guess, sheltered areas to protect them. And then there's some out there in the skies. You could say, well, they're cloaked in the skies. Yeah, they're cloaked in the skies. And I believe that this has been going on for far too long. Hello there, Rita LaFleur. Yeah, they're here in peace. So if they're going to say, no, they're here to destroy us and stuff like this, could you imagine if You showed up at my house. I'm here in peace, and I've never met you in my whole entire life. And then I immediately start attacking. Immediately. I didn't even give you a chance. I didn't. No. No, you can't do this, especially if it's an advanced species and stuff. You do not want to provoke an advanced species. You do not want to go to war with somebody that you really know nothing about. I'm sure that this right here with Dr. Stephen Greer, time for disclosure. Look at him. It's the battle for disclosure with Dr. Stephen Greer. Who is in control of the narrative? Will it be a narrative of interplanetary war? Will it be universal peace? We'd love to have universal peace. I'd love to have it. I'd love to live in a world like that, wouldn't you? We'd like to have it. Dr. Greer and his team are working as hard as they can to make sure it's a narrative of peaceful outreach to the ET civilizations. There's a lot of people on here who do astral travel. There's a lot of people on here who do channel these extraterrestrial-like beings. And you may say, no, they're of the devil. How do you know that? There's a lot of people walking on the earth who are of the devil. They're purely demonic. So it doesn't have to come from an outside force. No, we got the people on the earth. We've got atrocities that have been done on the earth and the governments around the world and the secret societies around the world. They're purely demonic. They don't have to come from the sky. They're here walking amongst us. Just look what's been happening. You cannot dismiss, oh, well, if it's a Project Blue Beam and it's fake alien invasion or we're being attacked, it's pure evil. No, that's short-sightedness. So disclosure is now. Dr. Stephen Greer, and it's been making its way. Look at this. The Drones Are Just the Beginning by Dr. Stephen Greer. Oh, they do walk among us. We got some really bad entities among us, and I don't know these other people. Him I know, but these other people, I don't know them. I don't. He's the most famous, him and maybe the Corey, and then a David, a Wilcox. But I've seen a lot of his. I actually covered his UFO disclosure that he did himself. Okay, so you can see that. He founded the study of Extraterrestrial Intelligence Disclosure Project. And we have the David Icke. I don't know if David Icke is in contact with him either. Yeah. Stephen Greer worships these things. Well, are there things in our life that we worship that other people think, why are you worshiping who you're worshiping? Why are you worshiping your car? Why are you worshiping these Hollywood stars? You really set your life completely after them. There's many things that people can be accused of worshiping, truly. Some really horrific things like Lady Gaga and what's her name? The woman who had the football player, Taylor, somebody, whoever she is, people worship them. They do. You may be watching this video and you may worship stars like that too. Let's call it all out while we're talking about it. So if Stephen Greer worships these things, there are people who are a lot worse on earth who worship really bad role models, really, really bad. They worship Satan too. They do. So you got to use discernment. You got to use your head. You got to look beyond the veil. You got to look and analyze and come to your own conclusions, but to lay a blanket statement, but no, we got other people on the earth doing the same thing. Is it more than drones? Well, there are UFOs in the sky. I've documented them. I've been documenting these light ships since 2018. That's how I started off. And the two suns. With the observatory shut down and what happened there, and they said, oh, well, they found something on somebody's computer. No, they didn't. Something happened. There's a lot of unknowns going on that should be made public at the observatories in Hawaii with all the strange lights, the strange occurrences, the strange UFOs in the sky, the great big black UFO, the cylinders coming down from the sky, the other like light beings. No, we personally documented all of those things on this earth, and they do have species that they're all connected to. So I'm ready for the disclosure. I really am. And I don't want it to be a horrific, demonizing thing like that. I don't like to be demonized. Do you all like to be demonized? Nobody likes to be demonized. But when you don't agree with other people, and some people have a difference of opinion, they tend to demonize other people. We can't do that. You got to have a level head. So we're waiting for it, Dr. Stephen Greer. If they put you out, and you like Jack, do you like Jack Smith? He's the one who wanted to literally nail Donald Trump to the cross. As a matter of speaking spiritually, you know. Yeah, that's okay. That is all right. We can do it. We are going to do it. Dr. Greer. Dr. Greer and the UFOs. I think he's doing a great job. I really do. It takes a lot of guts to stick in here all these years. And, you know, without the government's backing, it does to stand up. It's got to start somewhere. This is a grassroots movement and stuff. Gina, do you support him? I don't know much about him. All I know is there is a UFO connection, and he has some kind of, yeah, CE5 or whatever this is. And do you do that, Gina? No, I don't understand it. I don't, but he's made a book. Yes, good afternoon, you all. It's probably more than drones. It is more than drones. Drones is just the beginning of the disclosure. Look, how the Pentagon started taking UFOs seriously. There's something more going on in the world. I really do believe there is. And if you think about Yemen, there is a Stargate over there. We have the Gulf of Aden. Yes, that's right, Rita, honey. There is the Gulf of Aden, and there's some really strange things. And you know how they said that at one time, years ago, Somalia pirates were attacking U.S. ships. And you know what I'm picturing in my mind? These pirates in boats, like the Pirates of the Caribbean, there's so many of them, you have to send more ships from different countries, battleships, to take care of Somali pirates attacking the ships. You got to send battleships? That sounds really strange to me. I think that too is a cover story, because they could take them out if they wanted to. They truly could. Hello there, Ronald in the Netherlands. Yeah, we think they are friendly. There's a lot of people. I have not ever had a negative feeling from anything that I've documented. I haven't. Only once in the sky when I saw really dark, wispy, feathery looking clouds. The sky was so dark. There was a terrible, terrible energy in the sky. And I had to go inside the place where I was at. That was really bad. That was bad energy. But for the things in the sky, I've never had any negative feeling of anything that I documented. I haven't, except that one time. The energy, you would know it by the energy if you can feel the energy and stuff. Yeah. So we got it. Oh, you're so very welcome, Ronald. We got it going on. We got to keep going. We do. And people will not like you if you talk about UFOs. They call you crazy. It's going to have to. Trump, honey, are you going to be that president? Are you going to be the one who talks about the UFOs? Obama wouldn't do it. The military downplayed it. I'm telling you what, the UFOs have got to come into the public view, and they got to talk about it, because I did not spend since 2018 resigning from my job and do this full time for nothing. All this documentation, all this stuff, it was not for nothing. The information is going to come out. Okay, you just remember this. And if you've been doing the same thing, just remember this. He who began a good work in me will carry it on into completion until the day of Jesus Christ returns. So there's a good work being done in you all when you're sitting there documenting all this stuff that you've been seeing and talking about it. I believe that that is a good work. You're bringing it out into the light where it's been hidden in the darkness. There's a lot of things hidden in the darkness. You need to bring it out into the light. Let me see, Dr. Stephen Greer. Now, see, this is him. Yeah, I don't know much about what our Al Honey said with Dr. Stephen Greer when he's been in contact with him. The lost century, that's kind of sad. With all these people, and we have seen things like these in the clouds in the sky. It's not a case of if there are UFOs. It's a case of there are UFOs, there's other life forms, and there's not just one shape of UFOs. There's many different shapes of UFOs out there. at least 5. What is it said? There's at least 5 species on this earth, but there's a lot more species that are out there. Yeah. So you can see this. No, I don't think it's a cosmic host. And the close encounters of the 5th kind, yeah, I believe that's going to happen. Yeah. I've seen a UFO. I've seen a UFO when I was a child at the elementary school. I was playing outside in the grass by this tower, and there above me was this UFO, and it had the red, blue, green lights. Is right above the tower, right above me. We lived next to the elementary school, and it scared me because I thought, what is that up there? I ran into the house. Little did I know like last year, my mom goes, oh, I seen that UFO. I said, you did? Oh, yeah. But when I saw that UFO, it was toward the later afternoon, and then it was toward after the afternoon hours, after 6 o'clock. Me, my brothers, and my sisters, and my neighbors, we went walking down to the Jonathan Jennings School. Then we went to the Pleasant Ridge School. This is in Charlestown, Indiana. The Pleasant Ridge School is literally demolished now for years, whatever. But I remember going down on these great big swings. They were the tallest swings. I was swinging as high as I could, and my brothers and sisters, they were at the elementary school looking into these steps that went down. And there came that UFO again, right there above my head in the sky. And I remember looking at it, and I wanted to get parallel. I wanted to get parallel, or whatever you call it, with the bar up there, swing as high as I could. And then I started putting my bare feet down on that dirt and stopping myself as fast as I could because the UFO was up there. I was just a little girl. I was in elementary school. And I remember running to where my brothers were, my sisters, and the neighbor. But I've seen the men in black also. I've seen them too. And my grandmother often spoke about the men in black. There's something going on. There is. All of this, it's been very well documented. And them saying there's no such thing. There is a such thing. There is. And a lot of people, you don't have, it's not up to you to convince anybody. If you have been abducted, if you've seen the UFOs, it's not up to you to convince anybody. You have nothing to tell but the truth. It's the other people, if they refuse to acknowledge, then they're unacknowledged. You see, they're unacknowledged. Yeah, I've been talking a lot, but that's all right, you all. Let's hope we're going to get the disclosure. The drones are just the beginning. Dr. Stephen Greer has already spoken. Yeah. Jesus warned, don't be deceived. That's why we got to watch out for the people on the earth, is what we got to watch out for, Cheyenne. We got people walking on the earth proclaiming to be angels of light, but they could be shape-shifting reptilians. They really could. And you'll know them by their deeds, will you not? You will know them by their deeds. There's a scripture in there. When Jesus says, well, whoever they were, they said, well, Abraham is our father. And Jesus said, no, if Abraham was your father, you would do as he had done. But as it is, you're about to kill me, a man who has done you no harm. Then Jesus later says, no, you belong to your father, the devil. He was a murderer from the beginning, never holding to the truth. And when he speaks his native language. He's a father of lies. He said, no, Jesus said, no, you belong of your father, the devil. And then after he said that, they tried to kill him, but he escaped. Now, we have the serpent seed on the earth. The serpent seed. And that's not good. It's on the earth. It's not up there. It's on the earth, walking amongst us. And you go ahead and believe what you want to believe, but when the UFOs show up, you go ahead and call them whatever you want. Say they're of the devil and stuff. Go ahead, do whatever you want. That's up to you. But I have never had any bad experience. I haven't. Of anything that I've documented, but I've had a lot of people always throw in the demon thing. They're demons. They're of the devil. I've heard it my whole life. I grew up in church. Well, how can you grow up in church, Gina, and believe in UFOs? It's simple. I just do. Yeah, I'm not the only one. I believe that there's much more in the Bible than what was put in the Bible. I believe the things that were in the Bible were purposely put in there and things were left out by King James, and he was a master demonology person. He was, yeah. more or less. So Dr. Stephen Greer, he is trying to get information out, and it's more than drones that we're looking at. There's UFOs in the sky, and when people get abducted, yeah, they got abducted, and people also have seen these beings, different types of life forms, and they've been interacting with them in real life. They see them, and it's like telecommunication. Yeah, that's right. So I'm going to go, you all. I think I'm going to get myself something to eat. I've been doing stuff today is what I've been doing. And I hope to see you later. Let's hope if we see something like this over Washington, D.C., they better watch out, because that's a pretty massive UFO. Great big massive one. So thank you, Rita. Thank you, everybody, for your comments. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, you all. Let's hope we can get some more disclosure. And let's hope it's not brushed aside, since we got a new administration coming in. Yeah, we want to hear, we want to hear some acknowledgement and not some more covering up. There's bad species on this earth, really bad ones that do not want a disclosure to come out. They do not. Actually, there's a war going on with different factions on the earth, and they're fighting amongst themselves. They are ones fighting for humanity, and there are some that are fighting against humanity. Yeah. You have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. You all, love you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Love you.